Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Whatever time you are tuning into this broadcast. It's Ishues, Coach Ish, whatever you want to call me. Broadcasting live from my backyard. At the Ponderosa. Not bad. Anyway, let's talk some boxing, man. Tyson fucking Fury. Trash! Last night was a prime example of why I don't fuck with Tyson Fury. Prime example. He is a cheater. He's a cheater. Now, like, yo, it's what you talking about. I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. First of all, I was wrong. I was wrong. And as a man, I think it's important. Nobody's perfect. And as a human being, period, but as a man, I think it's important. If you wrong, stand on it and say you wrong, and that's it. I see a lot of channels where dudes be going all in on boxing opinions and predictions and stuff like that. And then when they wrong, it's very hard for them to just say I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like people promote their channel, you know, based on like they know everything or they always right. No human being is always right. Every son of Adam makes mistakes, right? Every single one. So I just wanted to, you know, going forward, it ain't gonna always be an explanation like that. But I was wrong, and I need to issue Francis Ngannou a heartfelt apology. I didn't give him no chance to win that fight. I didn't give him no chance to win that fight. And it was based on me watching his training footage. Now, to be fair, he didn't look all that good last night. He did well, but technique-wise, there were a lot of points in that fight where he looked like an amateur. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's just a ridiculous athlete, very strong, who in the gym, you know what I'm saying? They moving along pretty good, but they still got a lot of wrinkles they need to iron out. There was points in that fight where he looked just yeah, didn't look sharp. So I ain't gonna come on and say like, yo, he looked good and this and it. There was some points where he didn't. He looked effective, which really that's all that counts, right? Throughout history, there's been a lot of effective boxers who don't look good. Maidana is a prime example of that. You look at Maidana's style, it doesn't look pleasing to the eye. He looks wild, he looks sloppy, he looks, you know what I'm saying? Unrefined. But he was able to give Floyd Mayweather two of the toughest fights in his career. Arguably, I think he won one. I think, you know, he got cheated out of one versus Floyd. And then, or actually both of them, because the second fight I thought was a little closer, but the second fight, it was Floyd and Kenny Bayless versus Marcos Maidana. Every single time Marcos Maidana got to the inside, Kenny Bayless broke it up. He literally helped Floyd keep the fight where it needed to be. Marcos Maidana only had one strategy that could be effective, and that's getting on the inside and wreak havoc. Every single time he worked to get in the inside, Kenny Bayless separated him. So, side note. But that segues me into last night. Francis Ngannou got robbed. Here's the reasons why. Okay, all things equal in... it doesn't matter how you look at it. Francis Ngannou got robbed. At the very least, this fight should have been a draw. It should have been a draw. At very least, it should have been a draw. And even a draw is like, nah. You know what I'm saying? But Tyson Fury has the complexion for the protection. And that's another, and he uses it well, and that's another reason why he gets away with things that other fighters will never be able to get away with. You know, the whole Klitschko fiasco. He beat Klitschko legitimately. It was a terrible looking win, just pity pat his way to a win. Beat Klitschko. Klitschko wanted a rematch. He suffered an injury, which I still say to this day it was faked, but whatever. That's just my opinion. Suffered an injury. Then he popped dirty. Then he retired. And I feel like all of that was to get away from fighting Klitschko. He retired, and then he came back and fought Deontay Wilder. And, you know, although, okay, so the first fight, just like this fight, the first Deontay Wilder fight, Deontay Wilder should have won that fight. Deontay Wilder got robbed. They called that fight a draw. I don't think that fight was a draw. I thought the fight was a draw without the knockdown. I thought the fight was close enough to, without the knockdown, right? Actually, it was 4 knockdowns. No. Yeah, yes it was. Without the knockdowns, and because he got knocked down 4 times in total by Wilder, and I don't think he got knocked down in the, did he get knocked down? Anyway, whatever, regardless. Let's just focus. I can't remember. It's 3 of them fights. I can't, you know, I didn't go look at them to whatever, right? 4 times in total he was knocked down by Deontay Wilder. So I can't remember how many knockdowns was in the first fight. But irregardless, let's just count the 1 knockdown that counts. Without that knockdown, it's either a draw or a Tyson Fury slight edge. Like, it can go either way. Tyson Fury got it. Okay, I got it. But even then, you can make an argument Deontay Wilder's a champion, so that's without the knockdown. With the knockdown, Deontay Wilder won that fight. But it's Tyson Fury, so they call it a draw. Then, in the lead up to the rematch, in between the first fight and Wilder Fury 2, Tyson Fury fought a dude named Otto Wallin. Now, Otto Wallin, most of y'all probably don't even know who that is. Why? Because he's not that good. He's not known at all, but he's not that good, right? So he fought a dude named Otto Wallin. He got cut twice. He had 2 cuts. I think both of them was above the eye. I can't remember which eye, but he had 2 cuts above the eye. And the ref was going to stop the fight. Now, if the ref would have stopped, he was covered in blood. Any other fighter in that condition, they would have stopped the fight. Now, if they would have stopped that fight, because of the cut, Otto Wallin would have won. Because the cut was caused from a punch, not a headbutt. Okay? The cut was caused from a punch, not a headbutt. And he had 2. And they were bad. They were open. And they were bleeding. And it was bad. And any other fighter, without this, you know, the Wilder 2 fight was coming up. So, of course, you know, because if Otto Wallin would have won, that would have upset that bag. Otto Wallin would have had to fight Deontay Wilder. But they kept giving Tyson Fury a chance. It's like they did the long count in the first fight. You know what I'm saying? The ref went over there and was like, look, you know, I'm about to stop this fight. You know what I'm saying? So they let Tyson Fury continue. That fight was one of the reasons why I thought for sure Deontay Wilder would beat Tyson Fury in the second fight. Because Tyson Fury, at that point, had to stop Otto Wallin. He had to knock him out. He went in there and tried to knock him out. And he was trying to knock him out. And he couldn't. He couldn't stop him. It went to decision. Of course, Tyson Fury won. But I thought that was bogus. I thought that's just another example of Tyson Fury cheating the system. Not necessarily Tyson, you know, people cheating on Tyson Fury's behalf or him cheating. Okay. Then it was the sparring footage leading up to the second fight. Then it was Deontay Wilder's allegations, which some of it I take serious, some of it I don't. Because a lot of that, Deontay Wilder's losses were all self-inflicted. The heavy costume, the insistence in coming in heavy just because Tyson Fury was coming in heavy. He should have came in lighter. He should have came in at his regular 212, whatever. It would have made him significantly smaller than Tyson Fury, but it would have made him more mobile and agile. What we saw in those Deontay Wilder fights when he came in heavy, his legs couldn't sustain his extra weight. He thought it was the costume. It wasn't the costume. It was your extra weight. Your fighting weight is not 250, 260, 240, whatever it was. Your fighting weight is 212, 215, less than 220. This is where you're at your most dangerous. Yeah, that makes you smaller than every other heavyweight, but that's what makes you dangerous. Because you're small, you're elusive. You're smaller, you're lighter, you're elusive, but you punch harder than everybody. So that's your equalizer, not your weight. So I felt like his losses were self-inflicted. Then we were supposed to get Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury for undisputed. At this point in Tyson Fury's career, like, you should be fighting for undisputed. You know what I'm saying? You want to fight MMA fighter, retire first. So instead of us getting the Tyson Fury, either Tyson Fury Joshua, Tyson Fury Usyk, which is what everybody really wanted, we get Tyson Fury and Ngannou. Which I thought Tyson Fury and Ngannou was corny. Like, that's, again, you cheating the sport. Right? Which leads me to last night. Tyson Fury didn't train for that fight. This is what I do this every day. I can tell you if a fighter is trained. You know how you know one of the first, outside of your gas tank, do you know how one of the first things that you can look at a fighter, fight night, stepping into the ring, and you could say, with this clear-cut evidence, he didn't train for this fight? Muffin tops. When you really train boxing, muffin tops are like the first things to go. Everything that you do to prepare for an actual fight will get rid of muffin tops. That's a fact. That is a fact. He ain't just had muffin tops. He had bread loaf tops. Looked like he had titties coming out the side of his damn shorts. Like titties coming off his waist or something. Like, that shit was gross looking.
Hey, everyone, run for the hills. It's Fatzilla. Boy, he look like King Kong with titties. Sherman.
He hopping around. I think one of the persons said that. And Tyson Fury comes in looking like a jug of milk. But don't let that fool you. I think that's one of the first things the commentator said. Tyson Fury comes in looking like a jug of milk. He ain't look like that versus Deontay Wilder. He got himself in shape. He did not look like that versus Deontay Wilder. He did not have them big, giant titties coming outside his damn trunks. Those wasn't muffin tops. Those were bread loaf tops. You know what I'm saying? That shit look gross. Look at his body. I mean, he got a bad body anyway, but we seen his body look better than that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first indication that I could tell you he didn't train. He did not train. Not like he was supposed to. He didn't train. Second indication, I'm listening to his trainer, right? I'm listening to him. He's frustrated because he's not doing what Tyson Fury's not doing what he's telling him to do. Instead of him letting the fight come to him, he's forcing the action, which got him dropped the first time. He'd have just kept him at the end of the jab. You know what I'm saying? Force him to come in. When he comes in, then you punish him. He's trying to force the action, which, you know, leads me to believe again. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to make something happen quick to get into a situation where you could possibly end the fight early. You didn't train for the long run. You train for the long run, you just kept him at the end of the jab. 2, 3, 4 rounds. It's not like Ngannou was really active first couple rounds. First couple rounds, you could have won with a jab. You could have won the first couple rounds with a jab. First couple, 3. Force him to make adjustments to the jab. Once he makes adjustment to the jab, then you make adjustment to his adjustment to the jab. Force him to make an adjustment to your adjustment to his adjustment to the jab. Once he make adjustment to your adjustment to his adjustment to the jab, then you make another adjustment. That's how boxing plays out. I didn't see that. He looked terrible. My last video, I ranted about Tyson Fury, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like, because every time I give Tyson Fury his props, he turn around and make me look stupid. You know what I'm saying? By this kind of stuff. All these people paid all this money and with the Saudi Arabia and all this stuff, this big giant event, which I thought it was overblown, but whatever. Everybody was there. It was a huge event. And you came in there looking sloppy and fighting sloppy. So all that ranting that I did about Tyson Fury and how good I think he, which I do, I don't think he's a great fighter. I think he's a great talent. Because great fighters don't perform the way he performed last night against a novice, a boxing novice. He's a fighting expert, but he's a boxing knowledge. He's an MMA expert, but he's a boxing novice. Which at this point, you know, I mean, he looked good enough and performed well enough to where now I think he got, I mean, if this is your lifelong dream, then stay in it. That's what I would like to see. Now Francis Ngannou is a boxer. Okay, so either I like to either see the rematch with Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. I think that would be a great fight. Francis Ngannou versus Deontay Wilder. I think that would be a great fight. I think that would be a great fight. You know why that would be a great fight? Because it would be the battle of puncher supremacy. Because although Deontay Wilder has the hardest punch in boxing, and some would argue that he got the hardest one punch in boxing history, you know what I mean? Francis Ngannou supposedly has the hardest punch, period, of anybody in the world. Boxer, MMA, whatever. So that would be a great fight. And that would be a great way. If they don't do the immediate rematch, then it needs to be Ngannou versus Deontay Wilder. Ain't got no fight. Ain't nobody trying to fight Deontay Wilder. Ngannou would. So it need to be Ngannou versus Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Give Wilder a chance at Tyson Fury redemption. Because if he goes out there and clip Ngannou, yeah. Okay, we need to see Wilder versus Fury again. Or if Ngannou clips Wilder, then yeah, we need to see Ngannou Fury again. And then after that, we need to see Ngannou versus Usyk. We need to see Ngannou versus. He can literally position himself to come right into boxing and fight all the top guys, if that's what he wants to do. But he did his thing last night, man. So, you know, I apologize for not giving him a chance. Tyson Fury, when he's at his best, at Tyson Fury's best, and I'm not crazy for saying what I said because Roy Jones said the same thing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, most boxing experts agree with my first take. You know what I'm saying? I think Francis Ngannou kind of shocked the world last night. Well, probably not all the world, but he shocked some people last night. He shocked me. But honestly, the fight was more about what Fury didn't do than what Ngannou did do. That's what I saw. I saw more of Tyson Fury came in. He didn't take this fight serious, which is fucked up because they was talking all that shit. His pops talking all that shit. Y'all showmen. You know what I'm saying? He's talented. He's one of the most talented boxers in the history of the sport. And if he actually took it serious, I think he could beat anybody in history. I think he has a chance to beat any heavyweight in history. You know what I'm saying? If he's taking it serious, if he's training the way he's supposed to be training. But that last night was shameful. He looked shameful. He fought shameful. He got clipped with a basic shot, a basic setup, by making a basic mistake. And every time I reach out and give Tyson Fury his flowers, he turn around and make me look stupid. And this is one of the reasons why in my first video I said I don't really rock with Tyson Fury. I respect him. I respect his boxing ability, but I don't respect how he moves. I don't respect how, you know what I'm saying, how he operates. And last night was a prime example of that. So that's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who y'all like to see, what y'all would like to see next. Would y'all like to see Ngannou versus Fury again? Or Ngannou versus Wilder? Or Ngannou versus Usyk? I know top of the list is probably going to be Ngannou versus Fury again. But outside of Ngannou versus Fury again, let me know in the comment section what would be a good fight for Ngannou boxing wise. Because the thing about it that pisses me off the most now from this debacle, you got people now making a case for why boxing is dead or why boxing is a joke. And this narrative is coming from the so-called Gypsy King, from the so-called king of boxing, the top dog, the heavyweight champion of the world. There's no more prestigious single title in sports for a single athlete. There's no more prestigious title in sports than the heavyweight champion of the world. And this clown went in there and made us all look bad. They've been trying to push this narrative forever. It always failed though. Floyd went in there and made, you know what I'm saying? McGregor looked silly. Every other MMA fighter that stepped up and tried to fight a boxer, they got clipped, they looked crazy. This is the first time. Ngannou went up there, clipped Tyson Fury. I think he beat him. I think he did enough to win the fight. I think it's shameful that they took that win away from him. Especially since this is his first ever boxing fight. And he went in there and did that to the champ. They should have gave him the fight off of that alone. Even if you could argue that it's close, that the fight was close. Okay, the fight was really close. But factor in the fact, Ngannou was never boxed before. And Tyson Fury's a heavyweight champion of the world. And the only knockdown in the fight was Ngannou. So, off that alone, Ngannou should have won the fight. But this is one of the reasons why people say boxing is bogus, and the fact that this is perpetuated by the heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, aka the Gypsy Fool. The Gypsy Fool. Him and his father. I'll fight any man here, Mike Tyson, and we can have a go. Nigga, shut up. Shut the hell up. Have a go with your son. Do that. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's talk about it. Peace.